Good morning on this grey but spring-like Thursday. Behind a small storefront on Mott Street, in Chinatown, every inch has been turned over to Lunar New Year decorations, long-stringed lanterns, banners, and paper charms celebrating the Year of the Dog, which kicks off on Friday. But typically, the patrons come here for something else entirely, namely, to do their laundry. Geely, at 126 Mott Street advertises wash and fold, self and full service on its blue awning. For 8 weeks, however, it has stocked items such as red and gold luck and prosperity charms and souvenir cards for homes and businesses, as well as for use at the Lunar New Year parade, which will wend its way through the neighborhood on Friday. On Wednesday, a few laundromat patrons had to wedge their way between half a dozen customers paying for knickknacks and cartoon dog cards around the entrance. Inside, people sifted through boxes, as employees did double duty watching over goods and working as cashiers. In the basement, where washers and dryers line the walls, more tables had been set up, and a frustrated-looking patron unloaded a dryer and pushed past carrying her clothes out in a faded pink bag. "My mom is the real entrepreneur," said Jason Luo, 24, who runs the family's second business, a gadget shop. A few blocks away. She knows a business can't survive on one single thing. And if you have room, you should utilize it. Here's what else is happening. Way warm. Mid-April warm. 63 degrees warm, though cloudy. Rain tonight, slightly less warm tomorrow, and then it gets cold again. February, a state commission that oversees the city's jail system may move to close Rikers Island ahead of the city's 10-year timeline. New York Times railway workers filed a lawsuit against New York and Atlantic Railway, its parent company, and 3 officials, accusing them of discrimination and underpaying employees. New York Times: 5 people were killed in a 4-vehicle crash involving a stolen car and an oil truck on Long Island, the authorities said. New York Times: hoping to accelerate the closing of Rikers Island, officials announced that they had chosen sites for 4 new jails, 1 in each borough except Staten Island. New York Times: the city agency that investigates allegations of police abuse has added a layer of oversight to address accusations of sexual harassment and abuse. New York Times: 2 months after Mayor Bill de Blasio announced that the school's chancellor, Carmen Farina, would retire, the spot remains unfilled. New York Times: state regulators will investigate reports that gay men have been denied insurance policies because they were taking medication to protect themselves against HIV. New York Times: New York City is the most expensive city in which to get married, with the average Manhattan wedding costing a whopping $76,944. Pix 11a: look at what makes the New York City pigeon so distinctive. WNYC: a new lawsuit contends that millions of tickets automatically issued by New York City speed cameras are invalid because of a technical error. AM New York Today's Metropolitan Diary: countdown to agony. For a global look at what's happening, see your morning briefing. A celebration of the blues, a Black History Month exhibition by the city's Parks Department, at Poe Park Visitor Center in the Bronx. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Free a viewing party and panel discussion on the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics exploring politics, capitalism, and Korea at Rosa Luxemburg Stiftung in Midtown. 6 p.m. Free RSVP here. Learn about creating a mural at your community garden, with a talk by the city's Parks Department and local artists, at Groundswell in Gowanus, Brooklyn. 6:30 p.m. Free docents from the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Times Square star in a comedy show bringing the figures to life, at the People's Improv Theatre Loft in Chelsea. 9:30 p.m. $8 Looking ahead, on Sunday, Allergic to Salad hosts a farm-to-table family cooking class at the Queen's Botanical Garden in Flushing. Rangers vs. Icelanders, 7 p.m. Message. Devils host Hurricanes, 7 p.m. Message Plus. Alternate side parking remains in effect until Friday. For more events, see the New York Times' Arts and Entertainment Guide. Were you born during the year of the dog? That would include 1934, 1946, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006 and 2018, as of Friday. The next one won't be until 2030. But all are welcome to celebrate. On Friday, the Firecracker Parade and Cultural Festival takes place in Manhattan from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., hosted by the Better Chinatown Society. This weekend, the Lunar New Year Parade and Festival will march through Flushing, Queens, from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., kicking off at St. George's Episcopal Church. And the iconic Chinatown Parade will be held on Sunday, February 25, in the heart of Manhattan's Chinatown. New York Today is a morning roundup that is published weekdays at 6 a.m. If you don't get it in your inbox already, you can sign up to receive it by email here. For updates throughout the day, like us on Facebook. What would you like to see here to start your day? Post a comment, email us at newyorktoday@newyorktimes.com, or reach us via Twitter using number NYToday. Follow the New York Today columnists Alexandra Levine and Jonathan Wolfe on Twitter. You can find the latest New York Today at newyorktoday.com.